Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Diana Micahyani. I am from Class B in Universitas Muhammadiyah, Yogyakarta. Okay, now I want to discuss about individual presentation. So, this topic about children education is an investment in the future. So let's move to the outline. The outline is the reason why I choose this topic, and 2 definition, 3 issue, and 4 solution. Okay, the reason why I chose this topic. Early education is very important. Children education is investment in the future. We need to know providing good education for children is a long-term investment, not only for parents but also for the child future. Because habit, character, in investment of person come from habit learning since childhood. So, in my opinion, early education is very important to shape the character of the child. And two, is modern in this modern era we often find that children or even parents do not consider education important. Even parenting being successful does not have be educated. What is important is knowing how to make money. Maybe that is enough for them, even though it is a big mistake, especially in era of incessantly fire competition and incessantly rapid development. A person is required inevitably to be a part of global society that is highly competitive, broad-minded, and open to the world. Therefore, early childhood education planning for the long term is a must for parents, because education from an early age will be a future investment for the child. And three, education is often interpreted as a sector that is very important in improving the quality of life both materially and non-materially. Where is the higher a person education, the higher of quality of life, especially things about the welfare of his life in the world. Because of that education can be used an investment in the future that provides many benefits and change both difficult or expensive, because the energy and money that comes out is not in vain with the knowledge and result obtained later. So let's move to the definition of education. Education is learning of the knowledge, skill, and habit of the group people who are passed down from one generation to the next through teaching, training, or research. Education often occurs under the guidance of or other, but is also possible to be self-taught. One, etymology. The word education itself comes from the Latin word ducere, meaning to guide, direct or lead, and the prefix a meaning out. So education meaning leading out, active, and any experience that has a formative effect, and the way people think, feel, or act can be considered educational. Education is generally divided into stages such as preschool, elementary school, junior high school, senior high school, and then college, university. Okay, let's move to the issue. Child education issue. 1. Lack of skilled teacher. The fact in the field education often has the problem of lack of teacher, especially skill of great teacher. That also happen in Indonesia. Sometimes the distribution of the number of teacher is uneven. So there are advantage and disadvantage of teaching staff. The lack of educator means that one teacher can teach 50 students in one class. Currently, teaching and learning are effective. Ideally, around 28 students primary school based on the national education standard. Even in other country, one teach only teaches 6 until 10 students. And two, early childhood education teacher or PAUD in Karawang are paid 300 amount. If calculated with the cost, teacher salary can even be less than 200. Given the cost of facilities and infrastructure must also be calculated during the learning process. Uh, if the school fares are racist, worried that parents will rather send their children directly to primary school, no longer having to study in PAUD. Because the name of continuing education to elementary school is not damaged by PAUD. Finally, people go straying to elementary school even though PAUD is very important. If children directly go elementary school like to be afraid or inferior to their friends when they are in PAUD, they have learned to be independent. So, next, let's move to the solution. Solution. Okay. One must be selective and choosing teacher. Okay. The government must be selective or in the placement of teachers so that incident of teacher overload or teacher shortage can be overcome, so that even that occur in primary school, such a teacher teach 26 student in one class. Of course, this is will not work conducive because they should only 28 be in class student. Other problems are also related to the lack of skill a teacher. Of course, it also problem because primary education requires skilled teacher so that children do not get bored while studying. Also improve the quality of the child. The solution is that the government must be more careful in choosing teacher because this will have an impact of the child. And two, the government must be wiser in handling case of PAUD teacher salary. But of the government must be more conducive in giving salary to small teacher, such as PAUD teacher, because these PAUD teacher are the basis of the world education. So it is hoped that the government will be wiser in handling salary issue. After all, early education or PAUD is basic education that must be owned by child before he step to higher education. So maybe okay, maybe that's all I can convey in this proposal. Thank you for listening from beginning to end. I apologize if there are mistakes or saying that are wrong because I'm human who could be wrong. See you at the next meeting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.